In the quiet town of Amityville, Long Island, nestled on the South Shore, stood a stately Dutch colonial house at 112 Ocean Avenue. This house, however, was destined to become infamous, forever etched in the annals of horror. On a chilly November night in 1974, the peaceful facade of the house was shattered by a gruesome crime. Ronald DeFeo Jr., a troubled 23-year-old, methodically walked through the house, wielding a .35 caliber rifle. He shot and killed his parents, Ronald Sr. and Louise, and his 4 younger siblings, Dawn, Allison, Mark, and John Matthew, as they slept. The community was horrified, and DeFeo was arrested, later claiming that voices in the house had urged him to commit the murders. A year later, in December 1975, George and Kathy Lutz, a young couple, saw an opportunity in the now infamous house. Despite its dark past, they were captivated by its charm and the reduced price tag of $80,000. Moving in with their 3 children, Daniel, Christopher, and Missy, they hoped to start anew. But their dream home soon turned into a nightmare. From the moment they moved in, strange things began to happen. It started small, cold spots that seemed to move around the house, and an overwhelming feeling of dread. George, a former Marine, found himself waking up every night at exactly 3:15 a.m., the same time the DeFeo murders had occurred. One night, while exploring the basement, George discovered a small hidden room. Painted red, it wasn't on the house's blueprints. The room exuded a sense of evil, and their dog, Harry, refused to go near it. Kathy began having vivid nightmares about the murders. She often woke up screaming, feeling as though she was being embraced by an unseen entity. One evening, she was levitated off the bed by an invisible force, leaving her paralyzed with fear. In the bathroom, she found strange, black stains that appeared overnight and green slime oozing from the walls and keyholes. Missy, their young daughter, made an imaginary friend named Jody, a pig-like creature with glowing red eyes. She claimed Jody could change shape and was capable of terrifying feats. George and Kathy were unnerved by the intensity of Missy's descriptions. On January 14, 1976, just 28 days after they moved in, the Lutz family's nightmare reached its peak. Loud banging noises reverberated through the house. Doors and windows slammed shut on their own. The children were tormented by nightmarish visions. Desperate, George and Kathy decided they could no longer endure the terror. They fled the house, leaving all their belongings behind, never to return. The Lutz's story quickly became a sensation. They collaborated with author Jay Anson to write The Amityville Horror, published in 1977. The book was a bestseller and was adapted into a film in 1979, spawning a franchise of sequels and remakes. However, skepticism surrounded their account. Investigations revealed inconsistencies in their stories, and many believed the haunting was a hoax, a ploy to capitalize on the notoriety of the DeFeo murders. Subsequent residents of the house reported no paranormal activity, further fueling doubts. One of the major skeptics was Dr. Stephen Kaplan, a paranormal investigator who claimed the Lutzes fabricated their story. He documented his findings in the book The Amityville Horror Conspiracy, which challenged the veracity of the Lutzes' experiences and suggested financial motives behind their claims. Ed and Lorraine Warren, famous paranormal investigators, also visited the house. Lorraine claimed to have sensed a demonic presence and took several photos, including one that allegedly showed the ghostly image of a young boy. Their involvement added another layer of mystique to the story, as the Warrens were well known for their work on high-profile hauntings. The DeFeo case itself remained shrouded in mystery. Ronald DeFeo Jr.'s changing testimonies and the absence of a clear motive led to various theories about the murders. Some suggested that Ronald was influenced by supernatural forces, while others believed he acted out of a combination of drug use and familial tensions. In later years, other owners of the house reported no supernatural occurrences, further complicating the narrative. The house underwent several renovations, including a change of address to discourage curious onlookers and ghost hunters. Despite these efforts, the legend of the Amityville Horror persisted, drawing tourists and paranormal enthusiasts from around the world. The story's impact on popular culture is undeniable. Numerous documentaries, books, and films have explored different facets of the Amityville Horror, each adding their own spin to the tale. The original 1979 film and its 2005 remake brought the story to a global audience, cementing its place in the horror genre. The Amityville Horror raises questions about the nature of hauntings and the influence of dark histories on homes. It also highlights the fine line between truth and fiction in paranormal investigations. Whether or not one believes in the supernatural elements of the story, the Amityville Horror serves as a chilling reminder of the psychological and emotional scars that can linger long after a traumatic event. Regardless of the truth, the Amityville Horror has cemented its place in popular culture. The tale of the Lutz family's harrowing experience continues to captivate and terrify audiences, raising questions about the existence of the supernatural and the dark history that can linger in the walls of a home.